everybody, welcome to another video. As you can see here, there's two lanes, but as soon as we get past the traffic lights, there is only one lane because there is a bike lane there for the thousands of bikes that we have riding down here. Anyway, the cars up in front seem to not realise this, and they will not give way to each other. They prefer to ride in the bike lane rather than go into single file. And as you can see, I'm the only one that's in the centre of the lane. But we're looking at the two cars in front at the zebra crossing. They will not give way to each other, and this continues all the way down the road, with the guy on the left driving in the bike lane all the way down the road. Now after we get past these bollards, it pretty much goes into two lanes, as you can see from the road markings. But as soon as we get past the lights, it goes back into one lane. And this is going to be interesting now, isn't it? And I get to see what one half of the problem is. Yes, it's one of Sadiq Khan's license to kill assassins in front of us. You know, a professional private hire driver. People have been asking me, why do I play this music with this? Well, the original James Bond music is copyrighted, and this one isn't. But it's James Bond. James Bond is an assassin. He's a license to kill assassin. These guys are driving around in a lethal weapon licensed by Sadiq Khan. Now a lot of people think it's a racist song because it's an Indian James Bond. Now when I do my video on being a private hire driver myself, I will go into that. I promise I will go into that, but not in this video. And because it is such a serious subject, I think it deserves more time than a couple of minutes before this drag race that we're about to see here. So anyway, we're just going to get back to this video here and the drag race. And when I say drag race, I obviously don't mean two men dressed up as women.
Competing for the title of World's Wackiest Racer. The cars are approaching the starting line. First is the Turbo Terrific, driven by Peter Perfect. Next is Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth in the Buzz Wagon.
The good old wacky racers. You're going to hear my sat-nav go beep in a minute to tell me I'm going over the speed limit. That little beep there is telling me that I am 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. So what speed are they going? I always have that set on low, so it just reminds me that I'm going too fast. So just relax and come off the accelerator just a tad. Obviously they left me for dead. So yeah, they would not give way to each other. One had to be in front of the other. And guess what? Look how far it got them. Yeah, to the next bit of traffic. Well done, guys. Now in this clip, up there in the distance, you'll see that there is a right turn only lane right next to that green van. Yeah, right next to the green van. Why the green van isn't on top of that arrow, I have no idea. Instead of blocking up the road so people can't get past him. It's not there for decoration purposes, you know. As you can see as well, this road is very well marked. It's only recently been painted, but it doesn't help some people, does it? Now in this clip, we're coming up to a mini roundabout, and I want to show you how me and the car in front of me take this mini roundabout. See that? That's the way you're supposed to take a mini roundabout. Go round the mini roundabout and drive off while indicating. Now I'm going to show you how an Audi does it. Always an Audi. Now in some of my clips, I always do as I say, not as I do. If I'm doing something wrong, I will tell you I'm doing something wrong. This is one of these things. Do not do what I do here. I pull over and get out of my car to sort a numpty out. Don't get out your car for idiots like this. We're looking at the van in front of me here. It's badly parked. I'm just going to overtake it. And as I go to overtake it, it starts to pull away. So when I get close to his window here, I'd give him a little bit of a look. It's a what you doing sort of look. There was no hand gesture, not from me anyway, but there was from him. So unlike this pilchard, I do look in my mirrors, and I noticed him doing this to me. Yep, the finger going berserk there. So I pull over. He can see me pulling over. He knows why I'm pulling over, and I'm out of my car. But as I expected, it was just a mouth on a stick of dumbness. He can't wait for me to have a little conversation with him, shall we say. So let's have a little look at his antics, shall we? Because after all, it was all my fault. It was my fault that he badly parked. It was my fault that he doesn't use his mirrors. It was my fault that he doesn't use his indicators.
No matter what happens, it's my fault.
But whether it's his fault or my fault, don't ever get out of the car. Not unless you actually hit each other and you do have to exchange details and everything. But don't get out of the car for a bit of a tear up maybe, because I was livid. I'm not known for my patience on these sort of people. Yeah, so I wasn't very happy. And even after me giving him the look, he still didn't indicate for the van behind. But in the end, he did do what I thought he was going to do.
Run away! Run away!
And what film is that out of? Now remember when you were kids and you jumped in puddles with your welly boots on, splashing everyone in sight? Well, some people never grow up from that. If you have a look over to the right hand side, the car's coming towards us, you'll see a massive great big splash in a minute. There it goes. No surprising it's Audi, yeah, because it's always an Audi. But look where the puddle is. It's off the road. They've gone off the road to do it. They've gone off the road to splash. There's no one there. They're just having fun. But always an Audi. I wonder if it indicated. Now in this clip, we're in Epsom and we're heading towards the train station. Epsom train station. It's on the left-hand side, a little bit further down the road here. This is now one way. So you come round that bend as that car in front of me did, and now it's one way. And that's it. It's basically one way, and you can't really park on the left-hand side because it's all cabs and lorries and everything else. Just further down here, you can park where I'm going to park and pick someone up. But we're looking over by the lights. First of all, anyway, it's so simple. It's just... There's two sides of the road. There's the railings there, and you've got one side of the road that goes up and one side that goes down. But for cyclists, it's very difficult, isn't it? Here he comes. He's come from that way, but he's not using that side of the road. There he is. He's on the wrong side of the road, wrong side of the barriers, riding down the wrong side of the road. The thing is, there's a crossing there. Pedestrians will only look left because it's a one-way street. See that guy there? He almost walked out there in front of him. You've got to look both ways nowadays because cyclists, there is no rules for these guys on bikes. Now in this clip, I'm just about to enter the A3. We're heading towards the M25. Now, I don't want the M25 on this occasion, so I will be moving out to the middle lane in a second. But as you can see from the sign there, it's 3 miles until we get to the M25 when this lane becomes a slip road. So if I moved out now and didn't overtake anything, I would say, yes, you're lane hogging. It's too far. But I am overtaking, so it's not lane hogging. But I'm going to show you one that is lane hogging. And if I haven't bored the tits off of you enough, this should do it. Now regulars of the channel will know this junction. It's on the channel quite a bit, where I pull out to the middle lane and even the outside lane to stay away from the slip road. The slip road back then was 2 lanes, believe it or not. Now it's only 1 lane at least. But look out onto the outside lane now. There's one car in the outside lane doing about 50 miles an hour. This at the moment is 70. It does go to 50 in a second when we hit the roadworks, but at the moment it's still 70. And yeah, it's not good, is it? There's nothing in front of it. There's nothing to the left of it. Move over. Now it's 50. She's going down to about 40. And the camera doesn't really do it justice for all you people that are playing London Dashcam Bingo. She is swerving from one side of the lane to the other. So when I get up closer to her, I'm obviously looking to my left as well, just in case I have to make a quick adjustment to get out of her way. She is from the Blue Rinse Brigade. Yeah, she's an older girl, shall we say. But she's not a very good driver, is she, really? Let's be honest. what are you doing out there? You've overtaken nothing. And I don't know how long she's been out there before I got to her. And as we've speeded it up here now, you can actually see her going from one side of the lane to the other a little bit more. Struggling for some reason. I don't know why. Who knows what's going through her head. But obviously she's not thinking about others, is she, when she's driving? Now we're looking at the van, who's obviously on the same medication as the old girl, because he's struggling to stay in lane now. So now we're coming up to the M25 junction, where we will go down to 2 lanes, and then after the junction we'll go back to 3 lanes. Now in my opinion, one of the most dangerous times to go back into the inside lane is when there's a junction, a slip road coming on. Clear the junction, clear the slip road, and then move over, because you might not see someone coming on from the slip road. They might be bombing it down there. But let's see how this woman does it. I mean, that's not too bad, but I would have cleared the junction a little bit more. And she's gone over again, and I would also turn my indicator off. So in this clip, we're in Guildfordy area, I think. Guildfordy, is that a word? Guildford area. And I think every car manufacturer is down this road. If you're not too sure about which car you want to drive, and you've got a couple of favourites you want to go down this road here, and you will be able to find it. And have a test drive. Go from one manufacturer to another, because they all seem to be down this road. Anyway, we're not looking at that. We're looking at the road itself. As you can see, it's 2 lanes and no obstructions. But up there in the distance, there is cars parked on the right hand side as we're looking at it. And you'll see the car in front of me that is a long way in front of me, but it's already in the obstructed area. And we have priority, remember, because the obstruction is on the right hand side. That lorry coming towards us, I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than you, and I'm a bully boy, and I'm just going to go ploughing straight through. Everybody else can move out of my way. Now again, the camera doesn't really do this justice. That isn't a lot of space for me.
Fucking arsehole.
Why didn't he wait there with that other lorry? He could see us. No doubt about it, he could see us. Maybe not me, but he could see the car in front of me. But he didn't wait at all. And if we go to the rear, I'll show you how tight it was.
Fucking arsehole.
Yeah, very tight. And yeah, he is a fucking arsehole. Now in this clip, I'm still in Guildford, and I'm trying to get out of the area to find a place where they actually drive on the correct side of the road for the UK. That would be nice. But this clip is one of them clips that shows you how important it is not just to indicate and look in your mirror, but to actually look over your shoulder at the same time. I'll show you the car in question that we're looking at is this one here. I'm about to pull out, and he is about to change lanes with no indication, no look over the shoulder, and probably didn't look in his mirror neither. Whoa! Fucking hell! Look! Soppy The fuck was that? Whoa! Fucking hell! Look! Soppy The fuck was that? Now, bearing in mind, these are all shot on the same day, these clips. I didn't decide to get out the car this time. I did open the window, though. Wanna look in these fucking things, mate? And was pointing to the mirror to show him what it looked like. He's obviously keeping a distance from me because he knows he's pissed me off, that's for sure. And the reason he's moved out? Does he want that lane? Does he hell? It's just that it's a shorter queue than the one that he's in, because he wants to turn left. That is even more annoying than him pulling out on me. All because it had a shorter queue. Look, fucking dozy. I couldn't put any more money in my swear jar today if I tried. Now in this clip I'm just going to show you the road markings on my side of the road first. As you can see, there's 3 lanes, one that turns right and I'm turning right. The lorry obviously needs more than 1 lane, he's taking a bit of the middle lane, but me in the middle lane cannot fit side by side. 2 cars cannot fit side by side properly. You can if people are on board and they get really close to each other, but normally you can't fit 2 in there, and you definitely can't fit a van and a car next to each other. So this road markings, what I'm showing you here, is exactly the same over the other side of the road coming towards us, and that's what we're looking at. Now it won't surprise you that it's a delivery van that's coming towards us, and it definitely won't surprise you what's written on the side of the delivery van. It also wants to turn right, the same as what I'm doing. You can see it pulling way out to the right there. It can't get in that gap, but it's just going to barge its way through there and make the guy in the middle lane wait for him. Now the guy in the middle lane has also cut across lane 1 to get out the way of the DPD driver. 2 wrongs don't make a right. And the guy in the middle lane did use his horn on him, but it got this reaction where this guy cannot remember what one is his middle finger and what one is his index finger. The middle finger is the one that hurts the most when you drag your knuckles on the floor when you're walking, mate. So we're just going to run this through a little bit because it doesn't take me long to get to my next numpty. So we're going to turn right here. And we're going to continue down this road. I'll speed it up a little bit. It's just that it's better to do it this way because it will show you just how far I've got to go to get to the next idiot. And it doesn't really take that long. Not really. And a lot of people say, how the hell do you keep driving when there's so many idiots about? Well, it's what I do for a living. It's what I've always done for a living, pretty much. Even with, I've had other jobs, they've always revolved around driving in some shape or form. Anyway, we're coming out onto this road. It's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit with cameras. The guy's just going to overtake me here. But it's this next one here. I'm doing about 40. The car that's just gone past me is just going a little over it. But how quick is this idiot going? And notice again, no front number plate. It seems to be a bit of a trend with these clowns. So the car in front of me now is obviously going too slow for that car. So what's it going to do? The obvious, isn't it? A bit of zigzagging, undertaking and all that sort of nonsense. There he goes. Mr. Important, eh? But look what's up in front. Oh look, a red light, and he's turning right, which is red. Was it really worth doing that? Risking getting a ticket because there's speed cameras down here to wait at the red light in front of one car now. One car. Just shows their mentality, doesn't it? Now it's never a good sign, is it, when you got an Audi in front of you? The Audi and the car in front are playing silly buggers. There is only one lane here, but when it gets to the roundabout, there are 2 lanes, but they are the tightest lanes ever. Very few people go side by side with these lanes because they are really, really tight. But look at the silver car. It's starting to gradually pull out to the right all the time, even though it's turning left at the mini roundabout up here. The Audi is going straight on. I know it's indicating right, but it's sort of straight on. So you'll see the silver car just keep pulling out and pulling out to stop this Audi going up the outside of it for some strange reason. It must know that the lanes are really tight up here, maybe. I don't know its reasoning. But when we get close to the roundabout, you'll see just how far out the silver car is. See, it's pulling out, pulling out. And have a look inside the Audi's car. You'll see the guy with his arms now. Look, he's why you're not moving over sort of thing. You're getting in my way. And you'll see the silver car in a second go over the line. So he is right smack in the middle of the lane. Of 2 lanes, rather. There you go. See, there's the line. But how close is this? Is it worth doing this? To be this close? Look how close this Audi is to hitting that car. Is it worth it? Look at it. How they haven't hit, I do not know. That's more luck than judgment, I would say, especially as it's a bloody Audi. Whoa, you are so close to hitting him. So close. Only one thing to say, really. Always an Audi. Now, in the highway code, there is an advisory on do not do, or try not to do, a complete U-turn around a mini roundabout. This car to my right is going to do that. The car coming towards us, I don't think knows he's doing that. Just didn't stop, didn't wait, didn't slow down, didn't do anything. Just carried on going. That would have been an interesting one on the insurance form. Now in this clip, you can see the bike lanes over to the right hand side. They're quite new and they're very nice. Unfortunately, there's some roadwork bits in it there. Then there's a scooter riding along it. Now, I'm pretty sure that they are still illegal. Are they not? Please let us know in the comments down below. But I haven't got a problem with them if they're ridden properly like this. In a bike lane, look, he gets off of it to cross the road at the zebra crossing, which is good. Now, the pavement to my left hand side is just a pavement because the bike lanes are over there to the right hand side. Unfortunately, the scooter lets himself down by riding on the pavement now. I'm going to wait here at this zebra crossing because there's people crossing or waiting, and you're supposed to do that. But now we've got a bike coming towards us on the left hand side. Illegal. That's a pavement. It's not a shared pathway. People were getting out of his way. But look what's behind me. Why all of that was going on. Do they do anything? Do they, hell?
Police, as always, are useless.
So a little bit further down the road, we're coming into Sutton here. And as you can see, there's a red light. There's two of them there. You can see them as clear as day. This car behind me, though, it can't see them. I can't see a green filter light to say you can turn right there. Where are you going? Where are you going? The red light is back here, you stupid woman. These people should not be on the road. I don't think that was done by accident. I think that was totally done on purpose. They just were in too much of a rush to wait for a red light. So now we're looking at the white car that's pulling out now and the bike that's coming towards it. They're both in each other's way, but that doesn't mean you ride on the wrong side of the road to get past it. And that woman there had priority over you that's crossing the road. Now in this clip we come to one of my pet peeves, is people with really bad manners. As you can see, there's a little bend in the road here. I can't see round parked cars, and as soon as I do, I pull over. This car can see that I've done that. Any thank you at all? Any acknowledgement? You're welcome. You are very welcome. I just could not do that. Now, when I put a clip on like that, most people are in my corner on that, but there are still quite a few people that don't get it. They seem to think that I want a fanfare or a big round of applause or something. No, it's just a little wave. It's just called manners. Now in this clip, this car in front of me wants to turn right. It's got its own lane to turn right. It's even got this massive great big arrow on the ground to tell him to get into that lane. So why the hell can it not do it? Now in this clip we're in Leatherhead, we're just heading towards the one-way system here, and there are car parks all around this place. Now we're looking at that white van up there in front. It wants to turn right from the left hand lane into the car park. Why do so many people make driving look so bloody complicated? It's really not. Now we all know that driving while using a mobile phone is illegal. You're not allowed to do it. It's also bloody dangerous, especially when you use both hands. Could you make it any more obvious that you're going to use your phone when you're using both hands? What's holding the steering wheel? Oh yeah, you're steering it with your elbows, aren't you? Now this is not a million miles away from the last clip I showed you of a car not getting into the lane. It's coming towards us. What does it think that lane to its right hand side is for? It's bizarre. What's wrong with these people? Now we will go back to that one on the rear camera in a second, but we're going to go forward for a little while because we've got another numpty coming up. Reversing out into a main road. Look at all these hedges on the right hand side here. Look how dense they are. And you're going to reverse out. What can you see down the road? What can you seriously see down the road when you're reversing out like that? I mean, seriously, what is wrong with these people? Oh, we're going to go back to the Mini now. See that guy on the right hand side? He's got priority. So not only can you not get in your lane, you won't even give the pedestrian priority crossing the road. So now we're going to go forward again and show you that guy reversing out of his drive. There he is. Makes people wait for him. And he's going right away across to the other side of the road. So not the best of manoeuvres there at all. But we're going to stick with this guy. And you'll see how quickly he catches me up. I will speed it up obviously. So it's not going to show how fast he is going. We got bumps down the road. So neither of us are going really that fast. I just want to show you what type of driver he is. Simple instructions. You know, like reversing into your driveway and maybe getting into the correct lane at a roundabout are pretty much wasted on someone like him. But he does let his mate out, the old DPD. Yeah, he let him out. So he's obviously of that driving standard, I guess. Now, as you can see, the lane I'm in, it's a right turn only lane. That's where I'm going. Because I'm in the right turn only lane, I'm turning right. He was in the same lane. But he's not turning right. He's going straight on. Simple. So now we have a petrol head moment for you. It's coming towards us. Well, it's actually turning right in front of us. Now in this next clip, it's where that DPD driver was turning right here, where he couldn't remember what finger to insult someone with. I think that's a red light, don't you? Now in this clip, probably a little bit controversial, but leave our red buses alone. They're iconic red buses. We don't need this. I was going to say something else then, but we don't need this on them, do we? I've got nothing against you, what you want to do with your body, who you are, whatever, but leave our red buses alone. And the other thing I'd like to know about that is who pays for that? Who pays for all them decorations? We have them on the roads as well, by zebra crossings and stuff like that. We got potholes all over the place, but we got money to put the rainbow round crossings and stuff like that. Who's paying for all of that? So in this clip, we are looking at pedestrians on just how intelligent they are. We're looking over to the right hand side first of all. There's a crossing there, a zebra crossing. And people actually walk past the crossing to walk across the road. This girl on the right hand side here, she's walked past that crossing. There's no other doorway on that right hand side. She's walked past the crossing. Bizarre to do that. Then you got this one here on the right hand side. She's crossing the road and she's going to be walking left towards the crossing. Now we got this guy here in the leather jacket here. He's going to be crossing and then walking right towards the crossing. It doesn't make any sense, does it? What is wrong with these people? We might as well get rid of the crossings if they're not going to use them at all. I mean, there we go with the first one. There she's crossing there. She's just walked straight past that zebra crossing. You got the woman there, she's going to walk across and then she's going to go left towards the crossing. And then the last guy in the leather jacket, it's very hard to see, but he does walk across the road and then goes right towards the crossing. I mean, to be fair, the second two did it very safely. The first one was just a joke. But there's a crossing there. Use it. That's what it's there for. Now in this clip we are coming up to the famous Rose Hill roundabout and we're looking at the guy in the right hand lane. It's still a red light, but not for him apparently. Yeah, I don't know what he saw that he thought that was green. And I don't care what you say, I'm still in the correct lane to take this road. There is no way that that inside lane can be a feeder for 4 lanes. It just doesn't make any sense. That is the correct lane to be in. And I would say a good 85% of the people that come out of that turning that I did used that lane, used the same lane as me. We go to the rear camera now. This private hire driver behind me didn't use that lane, or didn't use my lane. He used the inside lane. And if you go by the road markings, it is the only one that turns right, which is totally wrong. Totally wrong. But look at the bike over to the right-hand side. Yeah, straight through a red light. But I've got to say, every time I use this roundabout, I look at that part where I've just gone round and think, how the hell can one lane feed 4? It would make no sense in rush hour. It'd be chock-a-block. No one would be moving anywhere. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.